Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whichever part of the world you're in. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a lovely week. Yeah, so today I just want to shoot a video for you guys to at least see something. As you can see from the title, these are moving averages, how you can use them, how you can benefit from the moving averages, because I've seen a lot of people don't know how to use the moving averages. So I don't want to waste much of your time. I want to make sure that I try to keep this video as short as possible. So let's get into this. So this is the 100 and 200 exponential moving average. So you can see this one is 100. The period is here. The method exponential. Then apply, close. See the color is this one black here. Then this is the 200 exponential. You can see close as well. Period 200 method exponential. So what we simply do is that, guys, these moving averages, they help us to know the overall direction. That's the first thing that you need to know. They help us like to determine the overall direction. Then the other thing is these moving averages act as dynamic support and resistance. So that's the whole point of having these moving averages. Firstly, we need to know the direction of bias, and these are dynamic areas of support and resistance. So like here, you can clearly see what was happening. The price was in a downtrend. This was clearly a downtrend. You can see that price was below this moving average. So what you have to be doing is, as the way it is like this, you have to be looking for selling opportunities. And of course, you can't just use this alone. You have to use even the other techniques that we have already uploaded on this channel to increase the probabilities of you succeeding, because you can't just use one component and throw the other one. Try to combine all of them. So you have to make sure that you combine all the components, you actually see profitability. So the direction we have determined that is in a downtrend. Then you start labeling your areas of interest, areas of resistance, support. Yeah, so you can see what was happening. As long as we have known that the overall direction is down, then as you can see, what happened was price created a double bottom here. Then it broke this area, okay? Broke that area for just for a few days before I started getting in. So as you can see in this area here, the first thing is before it actually broke through this point here, it was actually rejecting this moving average here, this 100 moving average. So when it broke, it came here, started playing around this area here, this moving average, and see what happened? It came here to test before it went down finally. And the most important thing that I want you guys to be noticing is that upon the touch of the moving averages, what candlestick patterns do you see there? What candlestick patterns do you see there? It all comes now to the point of candlestick patterns. If you haven't studied the candlestick patterns. I've already distributed the book for candlestick patterns so that you can check them out. So you can see here what's really happening around these areas where they are moving average. You can see that price was actually getting exhausted in these areas. You can see that there are rejections. Yeah, all these. And you can see that there was shift of momentum until price started falling. See? And continued going down. And you see here, it's the same thing. There are nice candlesticks here showing that price is getting exhausted in these areas. Upon the touch of this, like we said, that these are dynamic areas of resistance and support. You can see here, price can either reject on this 100 or this 200. That's one thing that you need to keep in mind. And you can see here, when price broke through this point, it came to retest this area here. See? This area here, this moving average. It retested, then it went to the next moving average. Then what happened next? We saw that price went through, then it went till this high, but prices were rejected here. See, this next rejection was around this area here. Price went up again and would have thought that it was a successful break, but the next candle completely consumed this previous candle. If you look at it from another time frame, you would see that this was a nice wick here. And this was a nice fake out. And you see it was just above this area, which was acting as our area of resistance, a dynamic area of resistance. See, came again, would have sold maybe upon the close of this candle. Maybe your next take profit target was going to be in these areas here. And you can see price came again up, came to this area which was rejected, same thing happened. And you can see again, while price was creating higher lows, you can see that there's different candlestick patterns that are being formed on these moving averages. You can see here, there's an engulfing pattern. Again here, an engulfing pattern, a rejection here. See? Just like that. I hope you're seeing how powerful these patterns are and how powerful these moving averages are. You can also see here. You can also see here when it crossed. Price crossed through this point, came to test these areas here. An engulfing pattern went. Same thing here. You can see the rejections happening between these moving averages. Again, something here. Price finding support in these areas. Same thing here. Price broke through this point, and we can see that price was struggling to actually go down. You can see nice rejection candles, pin bar, and price went up. Same thing here, engulfing pattern, though it didn't touch the moving average, but you can see how price is moving. Here again, you can see indecision candle, then book candle, indecision, pin bar, then it went. You can see the nice candlestick patterns in these areas. Same thing here. You can see that there was a bullish engulfing pattern upon the touch of this, and then it went. So one thing for sure that you need to know is that firstly, you need to establish the overall trend, because not all signals are worth taking. Like I said, you need to include other components that I've already taught here. Candlestick pattern there, and here. Here as well. You can see even here, the rejections. the evening star here. You can see how price was moving here. So it's also very important to know when price is choppy, because I'll give an example. Let's say in an instance, let's say I have seen prices moving in an uptrend like this, then suddenly it drops, it passes through like this. Most of the times you need to stay away if you are using these moving averages, because a trend must be moving gradually, not where it's making sharp moves like this, because it's gonna mess up with your moving averages. As you can see, when price was moving in these ranges like this, it came now and started consolidating like this. Okay? Started consolidating before it picked up direction. You can see here when it started falling, you could see the exhaustion candles and this nice breakout. Then price came back to close in this range, which was like a fake out. You see what happened? Price continued going down, then it broke through this point decisively, and you can see here nicely that the candlestick patterns to retest this area, this dynamic area of support. See, even here, you can see the candles of exhausting till price went. Same thing here. See here, there's a bull harami. You can see on the test of this line was a bull harami, then it went. Here again, candlestick pattern. This is a piercing line. Same thing here. Same thing here. You can see there are a lot of candlestick patterns. A lot of candlestick patterns. So it's very important to know these things. You can see here, you can see if you draw this area here, it was our zone, and you see that price was actually in these ranges. And we draw this line here. Upon the break, we enter. See, we would have entered till up there. Same thing here. You can see too much choppiness below this line here. Same thing here. You would have got a few pips till this high. Again, here there is a bullish engulfing pattern. You can see here there's also another reversal pattern, evening star. Here as well. There and there. There are a lot of patterns, guys, in the market. I just wanted to show you as much as possible and how you can use the moving averages, because a lot of people, what I would say is that they would actually be looking for these crosses. They are very important as well. Yeah, these crosses to show you that there's a significant change of trend. But you also have to be looking at these as well. These things that I've just mentioned. Of course, you can draw a conclusion from here that if you see the 100 moving average is moving above the 200, we are in an uptrend, and you can see that these moving averages that are below price. Then if you're in a downtrend, you can actually see that the red, which is the 200, goes on top of the 100, meaning we're in a downtrend. So like I said, like in markets where the sudden moves going up, down, is mostly too much noise, which it is mostly a no-go area. Okay. Yeah. So, and there are people who like asking like, which time frame is this best for? I think I've seen I'm doing it from H4, but it's I think you can actually utilize it in any time frame. Yeah, you can actually utilize it in any time frame, but I would advise like higher time frame so that at least even those candlestick patterns, like I showed you, that there are some which look like they're broken out completely, but if you check them from a higher time frame, find that price hasn't really broken out of the area. So be aware of such kind of things. But you can use them on any time frame. It's not a problem. Yeah. But I just wanted to show you guys how you can use these to your advantage. I hope you have gotten something. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like this video, comment. I really do appreciate it. Take care, guys.